To create an electronic prescription for a patient, select the patient and click the Prescriptions button. Click the Electronic Prescription button. If you're wondering what medications you previously prescribed to your patient, you can view their active and inactive medications here. You can also add a medical diagnosis to your patient's record, as may be needed for prescription or insurance purposes. To start the e-prescription process, click Select Med. ePrescribe has several options for you to select your patient's medications. By default, ePrescribe opens to display a history of medications that you prescribe most often to all of your patients. But when you launch ePrescribe for the first time, this list will be blank. If the patient has a history of e-prescriptions from your office, you can review their past medications and choose from that list. You can also search by groups of medications, or you can write your own free-form prescriptions. But until you're familiar with ePrescribe, you may want to click All Meds and simply search for the medication that you want to prescribe. From the following list, you can select the exact medication, strength, unit, dosage form, and route. Select SIG, and you can choose what will be printed on the prescription's label. And with ePrescribe, you can choose from a list of preferred labels, more specific labels, or you can create customized labels. You can also enter special instructions for the pharmacist. However, you should only use this feature as instructions for the pharmacist and not for the patient. When needed, you can select Dispense as Written to have the pharmacist dispense the prescription precisely as it was written. If this option is selected, the pharmacist cannot modify the prescription in any way, such as substituting a brand name medication with a generic one. This example will use a preferred label for a 10-day supply of amoxicillin capsules, which, when entered, ePrescribe automatically calculates the number of capsules needed for the prescription. However, it leaves the number of refills for you to change. You can also include a patient education sheet, and you can change the medication if you mistakenly chose the wrong drug or type. Add the medication to your script pad, and ePrescribe will process your prescription and add it to your history list of medications. If you need to add another medication to the prescription pad, like a controlled substance, you can do so now. Create another prescription label, and this time add it to the script pad by clicking Add and Review. Review any warnings and click Continue. The best way to get your prescription sent to the pharmacist is to use Send to Pharmacy as its destination. The information will be encrypted and sent electronically. However, for controlled substances, you need to check your state's registry first and then indicate that you checked it. Click Process Script Pad, enter your ePrescribe password and ID Me one-time password, click Electronically Sign and Send, and the entire order is processed and sent electronically to the patient's pharmacist. But what if you sent the prescription to the pharmacy and you need to remove it? You can discontinue it, complete it, or mark it as entered in error. Any of these options will inform the pharmacy not to dispense the medication to your patient, and the prescription will be removed from the patient's history. Log out, and the medications are downloaded to Dentrix, then added to the patient's prescription list and to the patient's health history.